A group of K students has an average height of 51 inches, while a group of M students has an average height of 64 inches. When the two groups are combined, the resulting group has an average height of 54 inches. What is the value of K over M? Okay, so as we know, the average, sometimes M for mean, is equal to the sum over the number of entries. So for this first group here, the sum or the number of students is K and the average height is 51. So 51 equals uh, this sum over K, right? So another way to put that would be the sum of this first group of students, this K group, is 51 times K. So the average time the number of students is the total sum of this K group of students, their total height. And same with the second group of M students. 64 times M is the sum of the total height of these group of M students. So if we want to find the average of these two groups, this K group and this M group, well, we already know it's 54, right? However, 51K plus 64M over K plus M should equal 54, right? Because we have the sum of all the students, because we have 51 times K, the number of students in K group, and 64, the average height, times M, the number in M students, over the sum of K and M, which is the number of K kids and the number of M kids, right? Hope you're still with me. So we have this equation here where 51K plus 64M over K plus M equals 54. Now, we multiply each side by K plus M, and we come up with 51K plus 64M equals 54. I'm running out of room there. I'm actually going to have to delete this. 51K plus 64M equals 54 times K plus M. Okay, so we multiply that out. 51K plus 64M equal to 54K, and then 54M plus 54M. Now then, we're going to put each variable on either side of each other. So what's the difference between 51K and 54K? Well, that's 3K. We just subtract 51 from both sides, and so that turns into 3K. Then we subtract 54 from each side, and that turns into 10M, right? So let's divide each side by 3. So that's K is equal to 10M over 3. Now we divide each side by M. We come up with K over M is equal to 10 thirds, which is what we're looking for, K over M. So it might be a little bit hard to kind of know where you're supposed to go at the very beginning of this, but since we know the average height of the group, we can figure out, at least in relation to each other, K and M based on that information if we plug it into this kind of that kind of initial equation of 51K plus 64M over K plus M equals 54. So if you start out with that, if you at least know that this is an equation you can create based on the information provided, you just start playing around with it until you can kind of isolate K over M. So our answer is 10 thirds. Let's go ahead and choose that. And we're good. Okay, let's move on.